Well, the holiday break is over for the Idaho Steelheads, and they look to make it 9 straight wins tonight as they continue along on a 5-game series against the Utah Grizzlies. The puck drops tonight at 7:10 p.m. Cam McGuire here staying alongside Steelheads head coach Everett Sheen. Well, Sheener, first want to ask about your holiday break. Was Mr. Claus nice to the Sheen household?
Yeah, he was. He spoiled the kids rotten. We had a lot of fun just playing with all the toys, and he's still playing with them while we're gone.
Absolutely. Well, let's look here. Obviously, it's a different holiday break than it was last year. I know you've talked about it, but last season it was, 10 days, and this year it was only a couple.
Yeah, last year was quite a long one. It kind of took us out of a little bit of a rhythm, but in the same breath, it kind of came at the right time with COVID hitting the whole league and stuff last year. So it's nice to kind of get back to a more regular Christmas break with only a few days off.
You've been around the game, obviously, a long time as a player and now a long time as a coach. How do you evaluate things heading back into the holiday break? Because obviously you haven't touched the ice in a couple days.
Yeah, we just got to come out and keep it simple early. Let the puck do the work, nice short support, and get physical. You actually surprisingly build more energy and momentum when you're finishing your hits. But the biggest thing is just support the puck and keep it simple early, let our legs get into it. Well,
earlier today, a little power outage here in the arena. Some of the lights are off, some of the outlets might not be working as well, but you were pretty impressed and pleased with the way your team skated earlier today.
Yeah, we just stuck with our normal, regular morning skate and high pace. The ice wasn't that great either, but our guys dialed it in, and I was very happy. Like you said, a couple days off the ice, and the way we executed today was a good sign.
Weather too's been kind of funky as well. It was an interesting trip up here yesterday.
Yeah, very windy, rainy, a few setbacks here and there, but we got here. That's the important part.
Back out on the ice tonight. Obviously, a lot of success last week against Utah. Are you getting bored doing the same homework? It seems like, obviously, we mentioned last week 9 of the next 12 games against Utah. How do you keep things interesting, creative, and make sure you're staying on top of everything?
Well, that's like you said. You got to keep it interesting and creative. Some days it's showing what we did well, and other days it's showing what we could do better. But guys are dialed. I'll give them credit. Every video session, they're attentive and paying. Trying to get what they can out of it. So I've liked our group and excited for this game tonight.
12 goals combined last week in the pair of victories over Utah. Only 3 allowed, and one of the things we've talked about a lot this year is getting goals from a handful of different scorers.
Well, it's nice when you don't have to rely on one guy or one line each night, and you don't know who's going to score the goals. And like I said, we've got a deep team, top to bottom, and like you said, it's nice to have that scoring depth.
Earlier today, the ECHL announcing the rosters for the All-Star Game, which will take place on January 16th in Norfolk. And not with us here right now as he's up in Abbotsford in the American Hockey League, but nice to see Jake Kupski get rewarded with that honor.
Very incredible. From where he started to where he's now up in the American League, started in the SPHL and has worked his way up. And it's an incredible honor for him to be able to be named to the All-Star team. And more than likely, he probably won't be able to attend, which is too bad in terms of him being up, which is awesome. But even if he was down here, we still play that day. So an incredible honor for him, and very, very well deserved.
Look at tonight's matchup against Utah. You guys have had some success against Utah this season, especially in this building. How do you keep that going tonight?
Just keep playing our game. We knew going into the season these games early against a big rival this often we're going to be huge. And so far we've taken care of business. Now it's time to keep it going. And like I said, we just got to play our game.
I guess lastly, touching on that, what's our key to victory tonight?
Keep it simple, keep it physical. Don't pass up shot opportunities early, and just kind of allow ourselves to get in it and kind of roll from there.
Once again, that's Steelheads head coach Everett Sheen. Sheener, as always, thanks for the time. Best of luck. Have some fun tonight.
Thanks a lot, Cam.
Here with Steelheads forward Justin Miziak. Well, Mish, before we get into today's game and obviously the success that you guys have had on the ice, I know you stayed back in Boise for the holiday break. Just tell us what you guys got up to.
Yeah, on Christmas Day, we all made a dish and brought it over for Christmas dinner, and we just had a good time hanging out with the guys and some of their girlfriends, wives, whatever, and can't complain.
I know everyone was, I don't know if it was a requirement, right, to bring a dish, but I know everyone did. What did you end up bringing?
Well, I tried helping Sheeler make some mac and cheese, but didn't go as planned, so brought a charcuterie board and some dips and salsa. That was pretty much it.
Who was helping who more on that mac and cheese? We'll call it a bake-off, I guess.
Between me and Sheeler?
Yeah.
I mean, it was his plan. I just he asked me to help, and we both couldn't figure it out, and it was a little watery, but I still thought it was pretty good.
So you're telling me he was Batman and you were more of like Robin in this situation?
I'd say so.
I heard there was a lot of, what do you say, it's called a charcuterie board. I think Remy brought one as well.
He did, so we had a little leftovers on that part of the end.
Who had the best dish? whether it was homemade or brought from a store? Who had the best one that you can remember?
Well, the buffalo chicken dip from Johnny was pretty good, so that's one I remember pretty well. So.
Was that handmade or was that store-bought?
It was handmade in the oven, I believe. Couldn't tell you.
Well, nonetheless, it was pretty good. And nonetheless, nice to see you back out on the ice last Friday night, return to the lineup after missing 7 straight games. I know you'd been working hard to get back into the lineup. Had to be nice to get back out there.
Oh, yeah, it's obviously a good feeling getting back, but it's more important to help the team win. So that's what I'm going to keep doing and keep looking forward to that.
Talk about that recovery process. Obviously, you missed 7 games, so it was a pretty substantial time. What was the process like to get back into game shape?
Oh, just keep my legs moving. I know it's hard with the injury I had. I need to rest it, but just biking or whatever and just taking care of my body was the biggest part.
Well, nice to get back in the lineup, but how nice was it to find the back of the net, too?
Oh, it feels good, but, just trying to help the team win.
Talking about helping the team win, this has been an astonishing run, right, to begin the year and strung together a nice little streak here in December. Just tell us a little bit about what it's like coming to the rink every day when there's a lot of smiles on people's faces.
Oh, it's easy to come to the rink. You love being around the guys, and winning it just makes it so much easier. Everyone's just in a happy mood, so you just can't complain.
You never know what's going to happen right after the holiday break, and haven't been on the ice in a couple of days. Maybe didn't eat the best as well, but it sounded like the morning skate here this morning was pretty sharp. Yeah,
it was pretty good for the ice conditions we had. I think the boys looked pretty good, so we'll bring that into tonight.
Almost like an outdoor pond out there this morning, huh?
Yeah, a few bumps out there, but we'll get by it.
Talk about this success that you guys have been able to have, stringing together 8 straight wins. How do you keep the focus and maintain it going forward?
I just think we stick to our identity, do what's working, and playing a structured game. Like let us play simple, and then it'll come to us, I think.
Well, last week we talked about it a lot with Steelheads head coach Everett Sheen. It marked 9 of the next 12 games against Utah. So continuing this little playoff series, how do you look at that?
Personally, I just look at it as a game. I don't look too far into it or at the standings at all. I just try to go out there and bring what I can to the table.
Well, there you have it. That's Justin Miziak. Mish, thanks for the time. Best of luck. Have some fun tonight.
Thank you.